thoughts, views, and opinions of this podcast are for those who don't give a fuck about others' thoughts, views, and opinions. We say what the fuck we want to say, and if that's how we feel, that's how we feel, and if you hurt, so what? Keep it alone, respectfully. Welcome to the show.
I'm glad y'all my face. Shit fucked up.
Bottom to your face.
You get burnt, sunburnt.
This shit peeling off like shit, bro.
Oh, light skinned ass nigga getting sunburnt and shit.
Yeah,
Damn, bro. Wait, whoa. Time out, man. Chill out.
Fred, you get out there?
You said, can I?
Yeah. You should be.
I mean, yeah, I gotta be like careful though. I can't just be outside just all willy-nilly like I will, because I'm bald, so the top of my head will get sizzled. That's real, and it's funny because I didn't get sunburned until I started losing my hair. Like when I had actual hair, I never got sunburned. I would actually get a tan, so I don't know what the correlation between those two are, but
Right.
yeah, I didn't get sunburned when we was kids, did I, Jermaine?
Nigga. Shit, I don't know.
I mean, you would be I'm sure you would remember if you was like, oh, y'all remember you was burnt the one time. Come on, bro, don't do that.
I don't remember that. Yeah, you did used to be a little darker, but maybe as you age, you get whiter. So I don't know. So who knows? Shout out to the whites. Hey,
Get better with age. That's what I just heard.
Hey, the only thing that happens to me, like, so.
wait, hold on, wait. Y'all hear? You get better with age.
Get better with age. That's what you said.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. You said it. Looking at us.
Damn, Shannon, that beard, man, Rick Ross in it over there, bro. That shit is thick. Pause.
Hey, yo.
Wow.
Do we need to start the pause a week earlier? Like,
Wow.
man, introduce you niggas, man.
That shit thick. Shannon.
This shit thick.
Sitting over there looking thicker than a motherfucker, boy.
Yo,
Thick.
I want to see some shit.
Thick. Huh?
Y'all want to see some shit?
Y'all want to see a dead body?
Actual doo-doo.
What's that, brother?
Wow. That look like a dildo.
Yo,
Facts. Yo, what's going on right
so
now?
one of the kids, they got this at one of the stores down there, and yeah,
Is that from South Park?
I'm gonna say, is it Mr. Hanky?
like it's
Yeah.
big, but yeah, it looked like a dildo, bro. So she had it on the like
I'm just trying to figure out why you fondling it like that, though, bro. Like, what is going on right now?
So when we were at the airport, she had it in her bag, like in a little side pouch. So all you see is just like the top part. It's like you didn't think about it till like, ah, shit. They look like a dildo, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was $17. That's crazy.
You said
$17?
$13?
Damn.
No, 17.
$17, bro. But yeah, looking at it now though, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit, it looked like a penis, bro. It's crazy.
He finna use it. It's about to be us, right? Finna take that in the room with him. A little after hours, I feel you.
Shout out to the dildos for sure.
No.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question real quick. Let me just ask y'all. Well, first off, welcome to the show. This is episode 8. Respectfully, a pod show. Motherfuck. I don't know what else I got. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Even if you a hating ass commenter, it's all good. It's all love.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how niggas knew I was out of shape just from this little ass square, but we're gonna talk about that later.
I don't even look out of shape though, bro. I look.
You feel me? Like,
I don't know.
and niggas without pictures, bro. I don't want to hear that shit, nigga. Show what you look like before you get to talking shit. Fuck out of here, nigga. Go ahead, my bad, bro. I ain't mean to cut into your intro, but niggas is wild.
It's all good.
Early.
It's all good. Shout out to that nigga.
Fuck you hating 6 episodes in. God damn.
I'm here. S Dot's here. Charles iPhone's here. Trey motherfuckers here. Swayze's here. You know what I mean? But
you had a question?
Had a question. So let me ask y'all this real quick. Do lesbians, right?
This is already starting off wrong. Go ahead. Go ahead. This is starting left.
So Are you really a lesbian if you use a strap-on?
Yes, Kanye said it.
Because
Not a
listen,
if it's not, then it's not
listen,
dyke, bro.
listen.
Unless they use a strap on, then it's not dyke.
I've never heard of a gay dude having like a pocket pussy. Like
Well,
they don't have.
they have a built-in orifice that
Yeah.
people enter into. So
Hey, they got they got those butthole ones that you can like use. Not
or
that
they
I know
have an
from
actual,
experience.
or they
No,
have an
But
actual butthole, or they just
yeah,
have an actual
Where that stuff come
butthole.
from?
hey, gay nigga having an extra butthole,
And that's wild.
crazy. Shout out to the gays.
Bro, you and these shout outs, man. We need to get a list of shout outs that have to be X off the list. The shout outs that you need to be running with is nuts, bro.
What's wrong with that? We shout out to the gays, bro.
No. Shout out to the gays for sure. But then you'll also say like shout out to the whores. And I feel like we be lumping them all in together and it sound like your shout outs don't be like genuine shout outs. Like you just be like, I don't know, but go ahead.
Nah, they real shout outs. Shout out to the horse. What's wrong with shouting out to the horse?
Yeah,
Shout out to the horse.
for sure. Why not? Fuck it. Everybody get a shout out.
Shit, they need
Anybody else you want to shout out?
Nah, not at the moment. You know,
Just gays and whores right now. Okay.
the gays and horse, you know. Sometimes it's the same thing. But yeah. Oh, god damn it.
What made you think of that though, as far as the strap on thing?
I don't know. I think I saw some I don't know. I thought I saw some lesbians or something somewhere. I don't know. Saw some lesbians.
And you was trying to figure out how they was getting, like if they was fully, like, is it levels to lesbianism? Is that what you're trying to figure out?
I mean, I just feel like
It's like Super Saiyan lesbian 10.
I
Is
just
that what
feel like it's, you know, you kind of being greedy. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
you
hey, my
being
nigga,
greedy?
you just said you saw some lesbians somewhere. Nigga, they everywhere. Like they all around. Like you act like they're just like pop up every now and then. Like they're
So if you
everywhere.
just scissor,
I
if
mean,
you just scissor and eat pussy, you just like college level lesbian. In order for you to get to the pros, like WNBA level, you got to have the strap on with you, huh?
I feel like it's like some grassroots lesbians. You know what I'm saying?
Grassroots lesbian. What? Explain that one. Explain what a grassroots.
Like, you know, like no extras. You know,
They just do the basics.
I like women and I want women things. So I don't like niggas. So there's no penis involved. Like vegans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, so while we on the lesbian subject, so all right. Now we were having a conversation at the dinner table, right? And I was like, my wife was saying something about talking about softball, and I was saying like, yeah, they're all lesbians, and she got super offensive about it. I was like, because she used to play softball and shit, and I guess she used to be called lesbian, and like when she's playing softball. So like, when you hear softball, like, do you automatically think lesbian, or because that's just my perspective? I'm like, yeah, they're lesbians. Like that's how you know what I mean. Like, I know I'm just joking about it, but at the same point, like I'm like in high school, like the majority of softball players were lesbians. Like,
I mean, I'm gonna have to say no, not at all.
nah.
No.
Yeah, because he plays softball. That's why.
I play softball,
Because that nigga plays softball.
I played co-ed league.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't think I ever played, maybe with a couple lesbians, but I mean, for the most part, be couples out there. You know what I mean?
But there was lesbians on the team, so there was like you had lesbians on your softball team.
I ain't seen a whole lot of lesbians, bro. And if they were, I didn't know about it. Like they weren't out there, you know, like.
yeah, but this on your intramural adult team. We talking about like actual like college, high
You
school.
talking about like.
Yeah, he's talking about like professional, like college or
Yeah.
professional softball, maybe like in the Olympics or something. I don't know. Do they
And
have professional softball leagues?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they do. Wait, do they? I don't know.
They got some type of professional softball, but I mean, you know how many people play softball, bro? Like, I mean, softball is huge. So
Yeah, and he's saying the vast majority of them might be
I mean,
carpet munchers.
I've been playing softball, bro, for at least the last 11 years, and
So you a lesbian? That's what he was asking.
all right.
He like, man, I ain't got time for this shit.
Nah.
No, I don't
You said
automatically think I don't automatically think lesbian though when I see that. Probably more basketball.
Yeah,
I would probably say that. I would probably venture like the vast majority. But then again, I don't know. I guess it would be case by case basis. I feel like you can almost kind of look at somebody, look at their demeanor, look at kind of how they dress and how they walk, and be like,
Yeah.
you can make a judgment call, but I mean, you may be wrong, maybe right, who knows? But yeah.
Well, we on sports. Let's hop right into it. So the what we got here. So we saw the NCAA tournament. Who watched it? Anybody watch it? I know Jermaine and Trey watched it.
Highlights, man.
Yeah, I watched it
Watched
on
the highlight.
Friday.
That game was yesterday, right?
There was
Nah.
a game on Saturday and
Oh
it was
yeah,
on
yeah.
Friday,
Yesterday
Saturday.
was Saturday.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
we had
watch those sports this week.
Florida beat
Yeah.
who Florida beat? Damn, I can't even.
Auburn.
Yeah, and then Houston came back with a man. That was a crazy game.
I
Houston,
did see
Duke.
that call, the over the back, and yeah, I
What
don't.
did y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about the other one first, the Auburn? Did y'all watch the Auburn game first?
Nah, I didn't
Yeah.
even highlights for that. I just seen the Duke highlights.
I didn't watch it.
I
So
mean-
y'all got it. Go ahead on that. I didn't watch it, so I ain't got nothing on that.
Nah, it was a good game.
It was a really good game. That was
Yeah.
Go ahead. You got it, Trey.
I know Florida was down by a bunch, and they kind of just slowly came back. As I was watching the game, it looked like Auburn. They instead of trying to win the game, they try to protect the lead, and they kind of started playing a little slow, a little timid. They started getting away from shit that they was doing that was working, and they just let Florida kind of come back. But shit, the one dude was named Clayton Jr., the guard for Florida. He nice. I'm gonna tell you, he was out there getting buckets, brother. Nigga was hitting threes left and right, getting to the hole. He essentially took over the game. You know what I'm saying? Like probably maybe like the last 10 minutes of the second half. He just kind of took over and he just started doing everything. And he was cooking. And just it just like I said, it's like Auburn kind of ran out of gas. They didn't seem like they had enough yet. Yeah.
That's what I felt like. It was like basically both again. Like Auburn, I feel like Auburn, if they would have played out the game like where they started it, the first like 2.5 quarters, they should have easily won that game. They were playing lights out, and then I'm like, yo,
it like they just ran out of gas. Yeah, it's like they just kind of got stuck in the mud. You could see it too. Like the one dude, they main player, his name is Janai something. I can't think of his last name, but he's a pretty good player. I feel like he's gonna be more of like a role player when he gets to the league, but he seemed pretty decent. But he was like their best player for Auburn, and he just he was late in the game. He would get the ball in his hand. He seemed like he didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like he was playing a little timid. And I mean, Charles Barkley went to Auburn, so he was not commentating the game, but he was on like halftime and after shows or whatever. And he kind of alluded to it, as far as them slowing down and really not doing what they were supposed to be, not speeding up the game and kind of playing at a slower pace and allowed Florida to kind of come back and take control of the game. They lost momentum. But that was really it's like they just ran out of gas. Maybe got a little timid.
Hey, speaking of Charles Barkley, man, did you see that nigga's face at the game?
He was sick, boy.
Yo, he was sad, yo.
He was so sick.
I ain't never seen him. So like he was like literally like so. I'm looking at this dude. I could tell he was just got done, like, either about to cry or just got done crying. Like his face was just like he was like, I know this is like I forget what the other commentator's name was. It's like, no, Barkley, this is your alma mater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you look at they put a close up on Charles, I was like, yo, he going through it right now.
He was looking sad. He probably was talking mad shit too.
Yeah, probably. Knowing him, he probably was.
How much? What was the final score?
79-73.
Yeah, but it was closer than that though. It really was.
Yeah.
They kind of it was like the free. You know how they they'll kind of do like the free throws when they be fouling, and they'll hit the free throws and shit like that or whatever, to extend the lead. But it was really closer than that. I mean, honestly, Auburn was winning majority of the game. They probably won. They were winning like 95% of the game, and it was just same thing with Duke actually.
Yeah. It was a Duke conversation too. Man, Duke was destroying. I mean, not destroying, but they had that game in the bag, man. And I know y'all probably want to get into the controversial call, but at the same point, like they let the lead go. Like it was the one call did not make that game.
Hell no.
They score one point, not 1 point. They scored like I think it was 2 points in the last 10 minutes of the game,
and not 10 minutes of gameplay, just like 10 actual minutes, like just regular 2 minutes.
Yeah. So you can't win like that. And I mean, and Duke has firepower on their team, man. They looked like they were going to just control they control the rest of the game, and it was like,
They let
what y'all doing, man?
Cooper down, bro. That's what happened, bro. They let Cooper Flagg down.
So I'll say this, because I'll be quick. I didn't watch that game. I literally turned the game on. Something must have happened that had the guy at the free throw line. I swear to God, this is when I turned the game on. Dude was at the free throw line
for Houston. Okay,
yeah, for Houston.
Okay,
or whoever was shooting.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I turned it on right at that moment where that controversial call happened. So I've seen since then. I saw how they lost the lead, or how they had a good lead, and then how it kind of got close. But still, from my perspective, I get what y'all saying. They had a lead. It should have never been that close. All this and all that. But at the time, they had the lead, and
there's about one in, right? When they called that foul,
yeah.
I think it was up by 167, 66.
When they did the over the back thing, or when
I believe.
I think it was, yeah,
because he hit both free throws, and that's what made him go by one.
Right. So I got to it at that point. That's when I was turned the game on and I seen it. Happened when it happened in real time. I was like, bro, that wasn't a foul. But then when they showed the replay, I was like, that definitely wasn't a foul.
Oh, no, I agree with you. It was a bullshit call.
Definitely wasn't.
It was a bullshit call for sure.
And so when he went up, it was a 1-for-1. He made the first. I was like, all right, tie game. He made the second. Once he made the second, I was like, it's either about to be a great ending to a game, or Duke is going to lose. And no matter what happened, no matter how good of a game it was, and obviously, I think the comeback made the game, even though I didn't watch it, the comeback made the game as good of a game as it was, right?
It was good before that. So the first 5 minutes of the game, they was kind of going back and forth, and Houston was like playing like really, really good defense, and they were getting a bunch of like rebounds. Then Duke kind of took over the game and kind of had control of the game, and I would say they probably stayed up. It probably was anywhere from like 8 to 12, maybe like 6 to 10 points. They had like a 6 to 10 point lead for the majority of the game, and then them niggas just went cold. They couldn't get the ball in, so every time Houston would score, Duke would try to get the ball in, and I want to say like maybe 3 or 4 possessions in a row, they just couldn't get the ball in bounds.
I get it. I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna be fast.
Yeah,
or try to. I get what you're saying. I'm not saying it wasn't that could still be a good game, but I'm pretty sure
it was a good game.
That level, that heightened the level of the intensity of the game. The fact that they made a slight comeback.
Yeah.
When you make that call, and now they go on to win. To me, it just fucks up the whole rest of the game, because just because they made that call doesn't necessarily mean that Duke still was going to win. Something else could have happened where Houston still won, but we didn't find that out because they kind of took that away and then just kind of gave them that game.
3 points.
I feel like if they didn't hit that shot, or if they didn't get that foul, odds wise, it's most likely going to lean that Duke was going to hold on to maybe win that game. So that's my perspective on it. I think it was a terrible call, and I think it kind of fucked up the game.
Yeah,
but
I think you may have different perspective if you watch the whole game, but I understand what you're saying. Like I said, Duke was controlling the game for the most part, and then Houston turned up like with the last maybe like I said, maybe 8 minutes of real game time. Houston just kind of turned up, and I mean Cooper Flagg did what he was supposed to do, but I feel like the other freshman, Knipple, the white dude, he cool. He played pretty decently, but he was kind of a no-show. And then the other guard, Proctor, he was like a no-show for a majority of the game. And in order for you to kind of move forward, I think he was going to need all them pieces. But I think, like I said, I think if you watch the whole game, or at least maybe if you watch like the second half, you may have a little different perspective. But I do agree with a bullshit call. Like they shouldn't have made that phone call. They shouldn't have made that call. I feel like if I'm stepping to the side and I just jump up with one hand, him boxing me out, we gonna have some type of contact. But I didn't jump over his back. I just jumped. I got a good jump. He essentially, I'm gonna say undercut me, but he just tried to box me out. But what y'all want me to do?
Well, so here's the thing.
And
Like,
Cooper should have got the call because he's like I feel like he should have got like a star call on that.
so the
I
over the
mean, but you
back.
know what I'm saying?
So the over the back. I'm a little bit iffy about the call. I don't. So technically, I think like going over the rule book stuff like that. He did have physical contact with the player. Was it enough to make a call for it? Because I mean, we see a lot of, and that, it was technically he did make physical contact with the player. And did he impede on him hitting the ball? I don't know if it went that far. Um, so I had to refresh myself on this too as well. NBA, there's not really technically an over the back call. It's actually just a common foul. We as fans, we always know it as over the back, but it's technically not over the back. It's just a foul. It's just a regular personal foul. Did he foul the individual? I mean, if that was that's a loose ball foul basically at that point because it's you're both fighting for a rebound. There was physical contact, yes, but there's physical contact on every single rebound. So was him reaching over the player to grab the ball basically in the shot? Was that enough to call a foul? I don't think so. But at the same point, like according to the rule book, it technically is a foul.
I mean, I feel like that's
I think,
I feel like it's loose though. You could
yeah,
call it
yeah,
you could call a foul all the time if you wanted to. I mean, niggas be fouling all
yeah.
day long. So
That's
that to me it was like,
that's basically my point. Like it technically
yeah,
in the rule, could they have called it? Yes. Was it a petty ass shit? Yes. Um,
yeah, for sure.
but I like. I mean, I'm agreeing with y'all, but just like kind of like playing the devil's advocate here. It's that, and honestly, I don't think that doesn't change the fact that Duke did
Duke
not
didn't score,
score
right?
last well
Yeah.
10 minutes into the game. Like they had plenty of opportunities to, man.
Yeah, Proctor went to the field. Proctor went to the free throw line and missed the
Yeah.
front end of a 1-on-1.
And
It's like,
the fact that there was a couple of the controversial calls too. A ball went off one of the Duke's players' foots and went out of bounds. They called it on Houston out of bounds. I mean, there's going to be controversial calls throughout the game and whatnot that goes in both people's favor. So if let's say this one was a controversial call that went into Houston's favor. I mean, there was some other stuff, some other instances that went into Duke's favor as well. So honestly, looking at the game, looking at the full entire thing of it, I think Houston won it fair and square. I don't think that
oh yeah,
I don't think that made a difference in how the game called. I do think Duke should have won. Duke was the better team on the field, but at the same point, they just couldn't close it.
Yeah, I ain't even tripping though, because
so
I'm
who
a
y'all?
fan.
You said you're a who fan?
I mean, I feel like I mean, like when it comes to college basketball, I mean, I like Maryland, and when I was younger, like in middle school and shit, I always fuck with UNC. So, I mean, I like back in the day, what Antoine Jameson,
Yeah, Vince Carter, all them. Yeah.
So. I mean, I only wanted Duke to win mainly because of the hype around the Cooper Flagg. You know what I mean? Like, I forgot I don't even fuck with Duke like that. But hearing about Cooper Flagg, I wanted to see success. But at the
Is
end,
he the player that's supposed to be a senior in high school right now? Is that the same guy?
Yeah, he got a
Yeah,
twin
yeah.
brother too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know his twin brother shitty as hell. Like, damn, bro, we got the same genetics and everything. This nigga, he reclassified to go to college early and then damn near took his team to the national championship. It's like he
Like-
playing at Duke, you playing at Maine next year. Like, damn, bro. I mean, so much for genetics, right? He might be the other brother might be nice though. Who knows? He probably hoop me. So
but Cooper Flagg's going to the NBA this year, right? Next year, right?
I don't know. He said he might stay.
I feel like he should stay. After
Man.
fuck it.
Homie is only 7. Is he still only 17?
Yep. I think he'll turn 18 before the draft though.
So let's put this in perspective. Are everybody in agreement on this, or are we? Did Houston? First off, there was a. I mean, I'm the only person that's kind of. I feel like it was I don't know. I feel like it was a shitty call. It could have been called.
I think we all think it's a shitty call.
It was
I don't think it determined the game though. I think Duke just lost the game.
I know we gotta go to the next thing. I just don't understand how that don't determine the game when that literally determined the game. But I don't know. I feel
like one play don't determine the game. I feel what you're saying though.
It does.
One play don't determine the game.
When that one play fucking gives the other team the lead at the end of the game. So
but you had chances to take a lead back.
You had one chance. I don't know. Whatever. I guess.
So who y'all got in the national championship game though? Houston versus Florida, or y'all don't really care?
I hope Houston. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
but I would put my money on Houston.
I'm gonna go Houston because of Clyde Drexler. Shout out to the Glide, Hakeem, the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, Keem was in attendance that night.
One thing my wife pointed out we were watching the game. My wife loves college basketball, by the way. She pointed out in the game, she was like, "These look like grown men. The others look like boys."
They
Like
are, bro.
the
Houston.
Duke Houston game. She was like, "These are grown men," versus the Florida Auburn games. Like they look like little boys.
Because everybody reclassified. I mean, not reclassified, but everybody be joining they be doing the transfer portal shit. So you'll hear them like talk about it. Them niggas be like 22 years old. That's like,
young
bro,
as fuck.
that's crazy, but man.
Shannon, you got anything on the NCAA tournament before we move on?
Nope.
I ain't got nothing.
Hey,
I'm good.
I did forget to ask everybody how y'all doing. Shannon, how you doing, bro?
I'm good.
And you got anybody you want to shout out? Any special ladies, niggas out there, whores, bitches, sluts?
Nah, I ain't got no shout outs.
That's what's
This
up.
nigga's like, you want to put anybody out there, like call your whores out?
Hey, you know,
you a silly nigga, man.
hey, Trey, motherfucker, you got any? How you doing, brother? That's what I meant to ask you. How you doing?
I am good, and I ain't shouting out no whores or anything like that. I got a wife, happily married, once again.
First thing that came to your mind was horse, though. But all right, Trey, red dot.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. we can move to the or go ahead, but then we can move on to
Baby, you good, bro? How you in?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, man. Can't complain. A little tired, but
that's what's up. You enjoyed your vacation?
I did.
That's what's
up. Got fried up in Florida.
Shout out to Florida.
Hey, what part of Florida did you go to, by the way? Before we move on?
Panama City.
Shout out to Panama City.
Yeah.
There's lots of whores down there.
Nah, not at all. Panama City is like more. It's like, you know, it's good for the family.
It's Florida, bro. We know the hoes are in Florida, bro. Chill out.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of immaturity, as far as
I don't have any shout outs. You didn't ask.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, to get
no shout out. Shout out to the fam.
Shout out to the fans for sure.
And the hater and the one hater.
Oh, hold up. I got one shout out. This shit right here.
This is
Kirkland.
Good.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, Kirkland, bro.
They don't know. They don't know.
They don't know about that.
Hey, they don't know about that. They don't know about that Costco liquor store.
Right.
Hey, they don't have.
And I know Shannon and Trey will take a shot with me.
I'll take a shot. Who we shouting out to?
I ain't got nothing.
Shot o'clock.
Oh,
shout out to Tory. Free Tory.
I'm already.
All right, we gotta move off in a second.
Yeah, fuck out of it.
All right.
Yeah, fuck out. And speaking of guns, John Morant is back in the motherfucking news with his armory.
That was a weird transition.
John Wick.
Yeah.
Make the style.
I mean, I feel like they just picking on the man right now.
Hold on, let Jermaine introduce the topic and then we can go from there.
You know, so John Morant's back in the news. You know what I'm saying? He stayed with that thing on him. Pause. You know what I mean?
With the blicky.
He stayed with it. They call him Harlem Nights. Ja not for no reason. You feel me? But obviously everyone should be aware John Morant I think he got a $75,000 fine for pulling out the finger straps on the Golden State Warriors the other night. And
he did it after.
He did it after
that's why he got the that's what I'm saying.
He did it. They played Atlanta. Did they play Atlanta?
I can't remember who they played the next game.
He literally did it. And then you see his little tweet, pew pew.
I saw his tweet that said "Ja this, ja that" or whatever.
Nah, he had
go ahead.
Y'all got it. Go ahead, Swayze. Nah, you go ahead. Explain.
No, I was just telling Swayze to fill you in. Pause.
Major pause.
Whoa, that was crazy. But go ahead.
Swayze, go ahead, bro.
Well, I just said the tweet where it said pew pew, like
okay.
So anyway, him and what's his name got into the thing on Golden State where he did the thing, and then the NBA investigated him. And then within the first 4 minutes of the next game, he did it again. And that's why he got the $75,000 Wasn't so when Swayze was saying they just picking on him. At first, I'm like, oh yeah, they was picking on him, but then I'm like, bro, he did it again the next game. Like now you just
Yeah, but they're picking on him. So I mean, shit. I don't know.
no, bro. You can that's not you cannot call them. You cannot say they picking on you when
I
you
mean,
voluntarily. They
I see
just
other
talked to you
people
yesterday.
be questionable as well.
Some of the what?
The celebrations, like there's other players out there doing gun gestures. Nothing
Yeah,
happened.
but ain't none of them niggas got suspended for having a gun in real life though.
So
Yeah, he got gun charges. Like,
let's go around and see how everybody feels about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shannon, are you aware of the Ja Morant situation?
Yeah, I seen a video of it, and then I seen that he was like fined $75,000, but I don't have no opinion on it.
You ain't got no opinion. You don't think you gotta
He said,
something?
don't care nothing about that shit.
Nah.
All right, Trey, motherfucker, or Swayze, one of y'all. Swayze, go ahead, bro.
You
So what's your opinion, Swayze? You seem like to be on his side.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. I don't know. I mean, I feel like
You don't see a problem with the celebration, or you don't see a problem with the celebration?
Huh?
You don't see a problem with the celebration? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like 50-50, I guess. I mean, like for the young fans, yeah, but for Draymond Green, after he did it, Draymond was like,
Oh no, he's a hoe. Yeah, he's a hoe for that.
bro, like, come on, bro.
He's definitely a hoe for that.
But for the young fans, like I feel where people may be coming from, but I mean, I don't know, bro. Like it's like everyone does that. You go play pickup ball, like it's just doesn't mean somebody seeing about that life for real.
so
I'm 50-50 about it.
I'm gonna be like, look, if it was any other player, I don't think they would have came that hard on him.
No.
This dude has two gun charges on him. So like, what I say?
Yeah,
what I say?
They wouldn't have came that hard on him.
Oh.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Hey, I gotta stop that.
They came hard on him.
But like, anywho, so like, he has two gun charges on him, right? So like, him doing that is like basically like, him doing that is like, yo, like I'm a shooter, like what I mean. Didn't the shootout come up for those two? If I'm not mistaken, is that same guy?
I know he had a couple like gun incidents. He was on Instagram flashing the gun, and then allegedly he was playing pickup ball at his house and he pulled a gun on some young dude. Those are the only two incidents that I can think of off the top of my head. I don't know about no actual shooter. I don't think he ever like shot nothing. What the fuck is that?
Ain't that how he was holding the gun in the strip club? He was.
Oh yeah, they was in the car. What ain't in the car?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
So I guess there were 3 times because then one like his friend was like recording him.
Yeah, that's why I'm talking about in the car. Yeah.
I think because then that was like after the first incident.
Yeah, and then he had the one in his like at his crib when he was hooping with some like 17-year-old, and then he threatened with a gun and shit or whatever. So listen, this is my thing with Ja Morant, bro.
Here we go.
I get it. Everybody does this shit.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, it's kind of like being a kid. Like when you do some shit and you get in trouble, it's different for you. Like it's different. Ja Morant, I didn't even know. I would have had the same stance. I didn't even know about the second game. So
you talking about on the first game you saying he shouldn't have did it?
Yeah, I'm talking about just the first game, bro. That nigga.
But you do know the first game that what's name did it first.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. He shouldn't be. That nigga should never do this. Nothing. He should finger his girl with 3 fingers at all times. He shouldn't do nothing that resembles a gun ever, bruh.
So can he play duck hunt at the house?
No, don't do nothing.
don't play duck hunt or nothing. Not duck hunt.
But I get it that other people do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, and I will say that I feel like now you can't regulate one person one way and everybody else be different. So if it's gonna be a rule, you need to make it a rule. But until then, and even if they decide not to, Ja Morant got to look out for him. He got to, bro, you can't do that. And then to come back and do it again, it's like, bro, are you dumb? You know what I'm saying? It's just like bro. First off, this nigga grew up, bro. We seen the pictures, bro. We seen the pictures of like when you were like a teenager, fam. You not that guy. Like niggas want to be Aaron Hernandez so fucking bad, and I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, just go hoop. Stop trying to I don't know, bro. I don't know if this is like that. The athletes want to be fucking rappers and shit, and it's just that he just young, and it's that new generation. They just don't understand. But, bro, it's got to be. You can go out and hoop without. Come up with a new celebration. Like when you at home and do and whatever, have your fans send in ideas of a different celebration, bro, and you just. You know what I'm saying? Work through some other shit, bro. But I just feel like that's stupid. Um, do I think that him doing it necessarily is a problem? No, I don't really give a fuck about him doing it. But for it being him, yes,
Right.
I feel like it's stupid.
That makes sense.
So if
Hey,
Steph
let's
did it, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
I feel like I don't have no problem with him doing the shit, but he got to be smarter. Um, just because it's him, and he put himself in this situation, so I don't feel sorry for John Morant. I'll just put it that way. He made bad decisions, so he put this stigma on himself, and he's fucked up his brand. So you just that's one of them. Like I said, going back to just because somebody else do something, you can't do it. The same way our parents was like, we black and white people can do certain shit. We can't do certain shit because we're black. Now you're John Morant, so you can't do gun celebrations and gun things. So that's my take on it.
put a drummer.
Yeah.
All right, Trey, what you think about this, man?
No,
what's your
I actually agree with his point as far as what he's saying is you brought this on yourself. You can't really do that. I feel like people are now going to taunt him and try to get him to do it. I mean, it's near the end of the season, so he'll have after the first round. I'm sure they'll get knocked out, so he'll have all off season to come up with a different celebration. I mean, it is what it is. I
maybe
don't
he'll
think you said what?
maybe he'll do
Yeah.
a bow celebration next, like
Nah, they was doing that before. They was doing all that, but I mean, yeah, the gun shit is like, all right, bro, you got to kind of. But the NBA has a reputation to uphold. They're not gonna let you do that, even though America is built on guns. I don't see what the big deal is. But I also understand that you made your beds, you got to kind of lie in it. So
it's cause he black. They ain't gonna let Zubac or like they'll let Zubac or freaking what's his
they
name
probably wouldn't even do it though. It's not. I don't
yeah,
even think
probably
that
not.
because I think the celebration is from like a like AAU college. I think it's like one of them like a young nigga celebration.
Hmm.
So and he younger, so I just think that he doing that kind of shit, or whatever, and it's just trying to connect with the younger kids. But it's gonna cost you $75,000. Gonna cost you money. You are gonna have to figure something else out.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
that shit
for
start,
sure.
when they start hitting your pocket like that, you gotta figure something else out. But shit, even speaking of that, you see they stopping this in the in the NFL, the wipe your nose shit, the
Yeah,
CD
why is
Lamb shit.
that?
Well, the reason why is because it's the YSL shit. Wipe your
Mm,
nose, wipe your
gotcha,
nose
gotcha,
mean to like
gotcha.
they really mean to off you, but yeah, CD Lamb won't be able to do this no more when he get first downs and all that shit.
Thank God.
Why? Why? Thank God, bro. Why?
I didn't like it. And
It's a
then even
fire ass celebration. That shit is fire.
I mean, it's cool, but it is cool. But and then Debo started doing that shit too. And then, but I don't need to see that every first down. I'm tired of in every NFL first down don't need a celebration. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas be doing for everybody got a first down celebration. Because you saying eliminate all the first down celebration, or just that one in particular?
Nah, I just don't need to see a celebrate. Maybe big first downs, pivotal first downs, cool.
I got you.
I don't need to see a fucking celebration.
Just on a random first down, you don't need to see all that. I got you. I honestly think the NFL niggas, I think they celebrate too much. I'm like, bro, the game is going on. We could be if I was a coach, I'm like, bro, we need to be more efficient. Y'all wasting time celebrating this shit. Like, nigga, get back on defense, bro. What you doing? You remember the one nigga was celebrating with the crowd, and then he went back and got the Hail Mary called on him. It's like, bro, you doing too much.
Yeah. Swayze, what you got on that? What you got? What you
On
think?
the job,
John Morant, or did you
I
already?
mean,
Yeah, he already
I,
went.
I already, I think I was the first one, but I mean, like for the younger fans and like I feel him, but just for him going out there making a shot in the heat of the moment, bro, like I don't know, I don't see nothing wrong with it. But like you guys pointed out, I mean, maybe it being Ja, like you can't do it because of the position you already in, you know what I mean? So
Mm.
it makes sense. But, at the same time, like I don't know, I think Draymond just rubbed me off when he was just like, after he was like, who do you
Hey,
oh.
hey, I
So
don't.
other than that, it was just like, come
Hey,
on,
Shannon,
man.
Your whole segment. These niggas had 9 pauses. We ain't even did a
Hold
whole
on, I
hour
said
yet.
I had a pause.
You just said Draymond rubbed you off.
Yeah.
He rubbed me yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Pause.
That's crazy.
And I'll wait till I'll wait till we're at the end of this. So I do have a statement about y'all Draymond take though. But Trey, if you want to give your opinion on John Wick.
Uh-huh.
Now we good. We go to the next topics.
No,
Everybody,
I
everybody,
already said my piece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you already said my piece.
My bad. So I get it, Draymond, that was a bitch move, but that's what everybody else. What's the difference between flopping? You using something as a strategy in the game, right? You know that
don't
this
be a
nigga,
hey,
no,
bro. Don't be a snitch, bro. Don't
but
be a
you know
snitch,
that
bro.
this nigga is whatever he is, what it is, and if that's gonna help your team get extra point or whatever. Do I necessarily want? I don't want niggas to hoop like that. But shit, that's what everybody else do. Everybody look
Don't be
for
a whole ass
some
nigga, bro.
little shit.
Not you,
It is
him.
what it
Don't
is.
be a whole ass nigga, bro.
I get it. I'm with you, but that's what niggas is do. That's what this era is. Bitch ass.
We can't condone whole behavior. Speaking of,
So let's talk about Obama had an interview. Anybody got a clip on that, or want to talk about that, or start us off?
Yeah, I got that. So we got
All right.
Obama just had an interview. I can't remember who it was. We're not prepared like that, y'all. This is the wrong podcast for that shit. But we do have the audio, so I'll play that real quick.
All right, cool.
Imagine if I had done any of this. Let me just, I just want to be clear about this. Imagine if I had pulled Fox News' credentials from the White House press corps. You're laughing, but no, this is what's happening. Imagine if I had said to law firms that were representing parties that were upset with policies my administration had initiated, that you will not be allowed into government buildings. We will punish you economically for dissenting from the Affordable Care Act or the Iran deal. We will ferret out students who protest against my policies. It's unimaginable that the same parties that are silent now would have tolerated behavior like that from me or a whole bunch of my predecessors. So, and I say this not on a partisan basis. This has to do with something more precious, which is who are we as a country and what values do we stand for?
So that's what he had to say. And obviously that is referring to all the shit Trump's doing. Just imagine if he did it, or, you know, if blacks would have stormed the Capitol on January 6th, I believe. I don't know. I'm not part of that shit, so I don't know.
you know, I don't like when people say blacks. That shit, it kind of
Shout out to the blacks.
it just it don't sit well with me. But go ahead. Just the
Black.
word blacks. It's like icky.
Hey, tell me what that nigga sound like. He got a permanent sinus going on, like every time he give a speech, like
You know, so you know he stutter, so that's why he be having them long pauses.
You think? This nigga just said,
No. I'm saying no, but I'm saying, but he used to have like a really, really bad stuttering problem, so that's why he has like them long pauses, and that's why he kind of talks in that slow, that measured, whatever. But yeah, he always just sound like a politician. But
yeah, I do that shit too. Like I used to stutter all the time, and I'll just stop talking for a minute just to get that pause, to get that stuttering out. So I do the same shit.
Shout out to Drag On. Shout out to Unc. Shout out to all the stutterers out there in the world.
Shout out to all the stutterers out there in the world. What is going on right now? Yeah, we got to get it.
What's y'all thoughts? Shannon, let's go with Shannon. Let's go. Hold on. Shannon ain't spoken in a while. He gotta have something on this.
What up, Shannon?
Shannon, what you think? You go first. What you think on this, bro?
Fuck them.
Fuck them. No comment.
Your fans is waiting. I know you got bitches watching because you got a flock. So let me know. Talk to them.
You got a flock.
Talk to them.
Chill out.
They like, man, you know, I like to stay mysterious with my hoes, man. All that talking.
So what do you think? No, you got something, brother. So what do you think if Obama, if he would have done half of the things that Trump has done, or just made different little rules or regulations, laws, or just moved the way that Trump has, how do you think that, all the Mountain Dew drinking, front yard parking,
Don't
all
do
the
it.
shit on their front porch ass
Don't do it.
people, how would they have reacted?
He said, "Don't do it."
I mean, they would have hated him for sure, but they hate him anyway. So whether he did it or not.
Boom. Anyone else?
I agree.
I
I
agree.
mean, he wasn't gonna be able to get away with none of that shit anyway. The reason they let Trump get away with it just because it's Trump.
Because they're racist.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just because it's Trump. I think people that follow Trump just have a weird way of seeing life. Like
They are.
he rile them up a little bit differently than just like a regular racist. Like
You
I
said
don't know.
you said the Trump supporters?
Yeah, he put a
Yeah,
battery in their back, something different.
shout out to my youngest Jaden, bro.
Yeah, Trump supporter.
I don't know. He was, but then he wasn't. Because when we were
I
in
mean,
Florida, we
yeah.
he wanted to get a shirt that had him on it, and it was like Golf of America. And I was like, nah, bro.
He said, "Nah, bro."
So then he found this other shirt. Sorry to get off subject, 30
No, you
seconds.
good.
But it said, would you guys approve the shirt that he wanted to get said, my dog is smarter than our president. I'm like, you can't wear that to school, bro. Like, nah. All right.
Not where you live at.
Say what? Yeah, for sure. I
He said,
tried
"Now where you
telling
live?"
him, bro. Like, no way. It's
He
not a
light
good
skinned, but he
idea.
ain't that light skinned, huh?
Nah. Sorry about that. I got way off subject.
All right, you good? What? So what? How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
About what Obama said.
I mean, facts, I guess. I mean, they would have. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if.
Let's just tell
I
the
mean, the
truth, bro. There'd
haters
been
are
a lot of
always
dead niggas. There'd
the
been a lot
haters.
of
The
dead niggas
haters
on
are
that
always
line,
gonna
bro.
hate,
Let's be for real.
But I mean, yeah, for sure. I feel like they would have. I mean, they already hated him, so I feel like whatever he did, like I don't think his supporters would have felt, disagreed with him, but the haters were gonna hate regardless. But yeah, I feel like it would have ate his ass alive. Pause.
Can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Yeah,
Do y'all think black people care about politics that much in America?
Nope.
I mean,
For us to like riot like on January 6th, like if Obama lost, like he was coming in, we feel like he got cheated, and he was out there like, yeah, it is what it is, and we can go back. Do you think that we would have like, as black people, do you think that we would in our
I,
mind felt right to go
I
do
feel
some shit like
like
that?
yeah, maybe if it was like like if it was obvious Obama won and like they just did some shit and just like took it from him, yeah. I mean, they
Maybe
did
a
it to
protest, but I
They
don't know
did
if we
it
would
to
have did all
George
that though.
Floyd. I don't know about like. I mean, maybe like a protest, but I don't think about like storming the Capitol and shit like that though.
Right.
Hey, niggas love protesting.
Yeah, they
That's
gonna
yeah. We love
protest, but I
niggas
don't
love
think.
a good march, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just smarter than that.
I'm
Ain't
gonna
nobody
say
about
no.
to.
Go
I
I'm
don't
ahead.
gonna
think
say
it's
no, just because like it's I don't think we get like the majority of niggas don't give it like me. I don't give a shit about politics anymore. You know
me
why? Because
neither.
we've been cheated so many times, and not from just not just from the Republican Party, but the Democratic Party too. So like that's why I keep on telling y'all I don't care who wins election because no president is going to fix the BS in the U.S. system until they actually start acknowledging how poorly they and it's not how poorly we've been treated and as coming as a black American, you know what I mean? I don't care like Joe Biden didn't do shit, Trump didn't do shit, Obama did a little bit, but not enough. Um, Bush did, I don't know, I can't
Some
remember.
fuck shit.
Clinton said he did shit, but I don't think he did shit. Like we can go back 20, 40 years of presidents that literally said they're going to help the black community, but they never really did. And are we going to protest? Nah, because you know what? We're fucking used to it. We're used to being being the last thought, being the freaking, you know what I mean? Just, oh, I'm gonna do this to support the black voters, and then after getting presidency, we ain't doing shit about you. You know what I mean? Like it's not, and you know what? I think we're just immune to it. You know what I mean? We're built different. We don't, and maybe that's my perspective, but it's like
No, I'm with
it's
you. I'm with you. I don't give a shit about politics. Like at the end of the
yeah,
day, it don't matter who's in office, Republican, Democrat, Independent. it don't really affect my day-to-day life. I don't really care. I go vote because honestly, I go vote because it's just something to do. It's like fuck it, man. I might as well go vote and just
I vote for
participate.
the sticker.
Oh,
Want
Damn
that
near,
sticker,
like, bro,
bro.
it really is. Like, I can go vote to say I voted. Like, I really don't think it. I honestly, I don't think it matters. But to the point, as far as what Obama was saying, yeah, they would have crucified, bro, if we would have did some shit like that.
yeah,
They'd have crucified him. And yes, I agree with what he's saying, but I don't. But I think that him saying that, and it kind of, I think people will take it out of context and say like, oh, it's just because he was black. I think if any other president before Trump did that, they would have got an issue. They would have got some pushback or a backlash because of that. Even like Bush or Clinton, either Bush, Biden, whomever. I just think that Trump has I don't know, man. He bring out a different kind of crowd. Them niggas is
yeah.
different. They
They are.
different, you know. They just different. So I don't think it's a white black thing. I think it's just he's not really a politician.
Yeah,
And
I
so
feel you on that.
he just do shit and people just roll with it because he speak their language, maybe. Like he don't sound like a politician. He just be up there shooting the shit. And I think people respond to him in a certain way. And he has a way of, you know, motivating people whether it's right or wrong.
So
Let's give it to Jermaine real quick. See what his response is.
No,
pause.
let's not give it to Jermaine.
I do have a quick statement. And the first thing I do want to say is that I'm not a Trump supporter. Okay. That's the first thing.
That is a bad statement to start with.
I'm not a Trump supporter. Okay.
However,
No. But so I do think that there is more than what we probably recognize or understand, that there is a nice size or amount of black people that do care about politics. Unfortunately, I think it is a bigger group of black people who don't give a fuck about politics and kind of feel the same way that y'all do. And I'm kind of in that. I'm kind of with y'all too. You know, I feel like my day to day really don't change no matter what kind of goes on in the government. However, there are little differences. But I feel like when it comes to like politics and Trump and shit like that, you know, we get one leader as the president of the entire country, and the country is supposedly a melting pot, right? So that means you got a variety and you got a diversity of people. So there's no way that one man and one uh, way a government is going to be able to do things that's gonna blanket everyone and make everybody happy, right?
right.
So there's always going to be people who are saying, I don't agree with this. I don't like this. This person's terrible, this or that. And the point I'm trying to get to quickly, though, is I feel like Trump is on the right road to what America is supposed to be, but he's just the wrong messenger, and he takes kind of sort of like, you know, what we're gonna get to, kind of like Kanye. I feel like, you know, when he brings in Elon Musk to start investigating the government,
Hmm.
like what, I don't see necessarily why people are upset about that. Like this nigga's doing what us as American citizens, I would assume that would make people happy. Like
I think they're upset. I think they're more upset about who he has doing it versus
who
what
gives a
he's doing.
fuck? Who gives a fuck? It ain't like we don't know we don't know none of them niggas anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? But when you trying to figure out where does our money go? We work, you look at our check and our money's going here, 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 and this and that. But we don't really fucking know. They just niggas taking our money and it's saying it's going here. So when you got people that's, I'm gonna investigate this, and it's like that's ruffling people's feathers. It's like, well, yeah, I'm not necessarily a Trump supporter because he be saying some wild shit or he do shit that's kind of wild. At the same time, him not being so political and the way we always seen politicians and presidents in the past, I feel like that's a good start. And it kind of gives people who just your everyday Joe or just your whoever, that I don't
Hmm.
have to be a certain cookie cutter to make a difference in the world. Maybe he's not, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so he might not be
No, I get it.
doing it right, but he at the same time is maybe laying a foundation for a better America in the future. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that. I'm not a fucking Trump supporter. So if whatever.
So to you, it's like the
was-
messenger. It's the messenger message thing.
Right. And not with all his of his ideals or policies.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But just some stuff.
Some stuff, it is what it is. But speaking of the messenger and the message, we got Kanye. You know what I'm saying? We got KKKanye. Rocking the icy leather. You know what I'm saying? Hood. The top. Hey.
Hold on. The outfit was leather?
Yeah, he got a white leather one and a black leather one.
I didn't think that it was leather.
The fitted. He got the black leather fitted with a matching jersey. You know what I'm saying?
The fit with the matching jersey is crazy.
Swayze, you said you saw the interview?
Yeah, I watched it.
So what's your take on the interview? We don't necessarily have to get into a whole thing about how a deep thing about it, but what was basically your take from the interview? Why do
I was a little shocked. But I mean, shit, it's Kanye West, man. He's always up to some crazy shit. This ain't his first time wearing that though, is it?
I hope so.
Yeah, I think it's his first time wearing it. I think he kind of alluded to it, but I think it's his first time wearing it.
I think.
Oh no, I thought they were like pictures or something.
Yeah, I think they were.
I mean, I didn't expect him to do it like throughout the whole video. But I don't know. I can't really say I support it. But
don't nobody care about your Jordans, bro.
Huh?
This nigga Jermaine would have thrown his Jordans in the middle of the screen for no reason.
I thought you was talking about those. My bad.
Nah, I'm talking about him. Who cares, bro?
Go ahead, Sway. We gotta go ahead.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of wild, but it's just a unique person. I really wish I knew like the real meaning behind like why he wore it. You know what I mean? Like I don't think Kanye is racist against black people. You know what I mean? So it's like there is something deeper, and I can't figure it out. You know, but
he didn't explain on the interview because I didn't listen. I wasn't listening to that shit.
I think he did a little bit. You know, when he wore the swastika, medallion. You know, he's saying that they can profit off of like our pain. You know what I mean? Like the music. You know, the word nigga, this and that, and it's like that represents their pain. You know, so I don't know, man. It's
that's what he was saying.
Yeah, you know, like it's just deep, and I mean, I ain't have enough time to, just kind of look it up. But I mean, he's just on a whole nother level, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Shout out to me because I said that I think like 2 weeks ago. But go ahead.
That Kanye was saying that he was basically saying that we can capitalize off of their pain with the swastika.
I said that I don't think it's what niggas is not looking. They
just
what he's saying, but they're seeing what he's doing, but they're not listening to what he's saying.
Right.
Everything
because he be rambling.
He don't really. He don't
ain't rambling though, bro.
Not rambling.
But it's a lot to decipher. Like he'll say a whole bunch of stuff, and he'll kind of like go off, and then he'll come back and he'll make a point. But
niggas like I feel like want to just look at everything on the surface level, and that's our, you know what I'm saying, that's part of our problem is we say something or almost like Charleston White, right? Charleston White has a message, but he was like when he was saying it, just regular old Charleston White trying to be a member, for the community. Nobody was listening to him. He started acting like the niggas he talking about and talking reckless. Now look at him.
He's a celebrity.
He a celebrity, but he's still basically saying the same thing, but he just giving it to them the way that they are. He acting like a nigga. But niggas still ain't getting the message because they too busy wanting to be mad at Charleston White for just saying, you know what I'm saying, whatever he may say about one of these rappers who may pass away that was terrorizing communities.
Yeah,
they more.
But I mean, you don't think delivery? You don't think delivery matters though?
Fuck the delivery because niggas ain't listening no matter what. I ain't gonna lie to you, niggas ain't.
If you ordered a pizza and this shit came out jump it up, you ain't gonna want to eat it. You want this shit to look nice.
We ain't talking about a pizza.
And I'm saying it's the delivery though.
I get it, but sometimes when motherfuckers don't listen, it's the same way as you give a nigga tough love. You give a child tough love. You tell a kid something over and over the nice way, right? And they don't listen to you. So then you see them walking out and you know what's going to happen to them. Instead of pulling them back this time, you let them go and find out the hard way. I mean, to me, it's just tough love. But that was kind of my thing. Going with Swayze. That's kind of how I see it, and what I'm hearing from Kanye. I feel like, and if you listen to what he's saying, he's always trying to at the same time champion black people. He's talking about us and how
Well,
we. I'm talking about
Yeah.
if you listen to what he's saying
mhm.
we, you know what I'm saying, we get I don't know how to explain what I'm saying. Like he's at the end of the day, it's like nobody gives a fuck about our pain. Nobody gives a fuck about when we get murdered in the street. You can go out and turn on the radio and you hear nigga this, nigga that, kill him, sell drugs, shake your ass, this and that. But we're the only ones in our community that's where it's okay to feed us all of this bullshit and no and we just gobble it up. Oh, sexy red and this and that and this, you know what I'm saying? We the only ones going out killing each other because of of their fucking career. You don't see country niggas running around beefing and having beef tracks and then or spill out into the street and doing this, or they the country bitch gotta get naked just so she can sell records and all that. And I feel like at the end of the day, really there is a message that Kanye is trying to say, and he's never been a person who kind of gave his messages or his thoughts in that normal way like everyone else, because he does think differently. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's like another. We should dig deeper in that one day.
pause. Yeah.
Trey, what's your opinion on that situation? On the
Well,
Kanye?
I didn't listen to I didn't listen to it, but I'm listening to them. I mean, what they're saying is making sense. I kind of understand it. I just still feel like the presentation needs to be, you could present it, you can get that information across
Hey,
and present it a little bit
real
differently.
quick.
But
But think about it. Maybe for people to hear what he has to say, if you see him wearing that, like you're gonna tune in and you're really gonna listen to it. You know what I
no,
mean?
I think if the opposite happens, if I see him doing that, it's actually a turn off for me. I'm a Kanye fan. Like I love Kanye from the
He turned
beginning.
you off.
Yeah, I ain't like that shit. You can pause, no homo, all that, whatever you want to. I said he turned me off, but
Oh,
that
I was like, hold up.
So
I
yeah,
was
like
trying to set you up.
him wearing a swastika is not about to get me to listen. Like, oh, let me hear what he has to say. I'm not
but
rap about it or
but
do something more creative.
that's
I
what we
don't know.
talked about in the past. It's like y'all worried about the shit that's on the surface level and you missing the message. You too busy getting turned off by him wearing a Klansman outfit when niggas is walking down the streets of Cincinnati wearing a Klansman outfit and don't nobody
They
give.
white though.
Who cares? My point
They
is,
white though. So
my,
I expect them, and I'm not gonna go listen to them neither. If a
I
white dude walk up to me, look, if a white dude walk up to me and he got on the Klan outfit and he want to explain something to me, fam, you ain't nothing you finna say to me. I don't
my
want to hear
point
none of that
is,
shit you gotta
if
say. I
I
don't give a
saw
fuck if you give me directions. Nigga,
my
I don't want to hear that shit from you.
my point is, if I saw a nigga walking down the street in a Klansman outfit, I'm gonna look at him or whatever, but I'm not gonna run over to him. I'm not gonna say nothing. All right, okay. I'm gonna go
Are you
on
gonna listen
about
to him?
I'm gonna go
If
on
he has
about
something that he want to say to you, are you gonna listen to him?
no, but he ain't Kanye also ain't coming up to us individually and talking to us. That's what Swayze's saying. He's I feel like he's just making a statement, and that part of the statement is not for us. That is for them,
So he's not talking to us, he's talking to them.
not with the outfit. But I think that's just to get attention. That's just to get attention. Shannon, do you got anything on Kanye in his KKK outfit? How do you feel about him wearing that?
Fuck
Um,
him.
Facts. But
You
I
gotta lean in when you say it.
I wouldn't expect anything different from Kanye. Right? So I didn't see the interview, but I did look it up and I seen the outfit, but I wouldn't expect anything different from him.
Trey?
Exactly.
So I'm gonna be real quick. Basically, my whole thing is it's antics for Kanye. He's trying to prove a point. I think it's getting lost in the message. I mean, I think it's getting lost in his antics, his point. Like you were pointing out to me, honestly, I'm kind of agreeing with both you and Trey because uh, it's a turn off pause for me. But at the same point, I feel like he is trying to get a deeper message under it. And let's be honest, he's a he's a dumb genius. He's like I don't know how to explain it. He's like a dumb genius. He does things that and it's like a YouTube girl with her nipples out. He does things for clicks, but at the same point, he has something to say, and it maybe his the way he approaches it is not like catching, But at the same point, I feel like he is a stupid genius. I'm a Kanye fan, and but at the same point, I don't like the way Kanye's turning out. But at the same point, I feel like he has something deeper to say. But I digress.
All right. I just want to say this. I don't think no black people had a problem when he went up on stage and said Beyonce had the best album of all time. Nobody said anything when he said George Bush doesn't like black people. So, and we were all celebrating him for that at that time. Now,
That is a far cry from wearing a fucking KKK outfit. Those are two totally different
I
things.
get
But
it,
go
but I'm
ahead.
saying it's not. Let's not act like it's something new. That's all I'm saying.
No, it ain't. It's what he does. It's what he does.
That's a wild ass update.
Hey, so anyways, y'all got pause of the week. Let's go to pause of the week. We'll run through that real quick.
I feel like we had 10 pauses of the week on it.
Shannon, what you got for pause of the week? Shannon, you had a pause of the week.
I have to give. I don't. I have to give the pause of the week from today. They came hard on him.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Damn.
They came hard on him.
I don't have a pause for this week. Swayze, you got a pause for this week?
You know what? I'm gonna start taking notes, bro, because like last week I think Trey brought up his kids, and I catch myself having to pause myself when I'm talking to my kids, and my kids say some shit, bro, that's just crazy, but I don't ever think about it and I forget about it. But yeah, I didn't know we could bring the kids into this, so I got y'all next week.
No,
I didn't know we could bring the kids.
My kids, bro, they be saying some crazy shit, bro, and it's crazy. But
Jermaine used to pause his kids all the time, and I was just like, bro, stop doing that. Jermaine was getting them niggas at like 6, like, yeah, pause, bro. I'm like,
so
bro,
many
they have
shit,
no
bro.
idea what they saying.
You're wild.
All right.
But
what about some bars though?
Yeah, there's bars. We got to run fly through these. We got fly. Hold on, Trey. Did you have a pause of the week, or you want to save it for next week? Because we got.
Yeah, we can save mine because mine was crazy. I mean, it ain't a long story, but yeah.
I don't have a pause, but go ahead.
All right, we don't have a bar. All right, so I'll go off. I'll go bar for bar this week. Bar for bar. Mine's is since I got it right here. All right. So I got some partners that are killers. So I advise you not to fuck with young Elijah, because my guys will throw your body in the trunk and lake them like Asalama.
That's my bar.
Go ahead.
And lake them like Asalama.
Asalama. All right, I don't have a bar. So who has the next bar?
Swayze.
I don't have one. I don't have one either.
Nobody.
Sweet.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I ain't gonna lie, bro. I had to look it up, but it's probably one of my top 10 songs all time. This one been around for a while. So y'all want to know who it is, or you gonna guess it?
No.
Go
ahead.
Let's go.
All right. Remember, I don't rap, so I'm gonna try my best to make it
do it like spoken word poetry.
So there's a certain mystique when I speak that you notice that's sort of unique, because it's me, my poetry's deep, and I'm still matic the way I flow to this beat. You can't sit still. It's like trying to smoke crack and go to sleep. I'm trapped, just knowing any minute I could snap. I'm equivalent of what would happen if Bush rap. I bully these rappers so bad lyrically. It ain't even funny. I ain't even hungry. It ain't even money. You can't play me enough to play me. It's cockamamie. You just ain't zany enough to rock with.
Shit.
He copied my fucking flow.
It's
like
bar
for bar.
Go.
That was a whole verse. Shit. Go ahead.
Shit. Last week he wanted the verse, and I ain't gonna lie, bro.
No, you had to put the whole verse. I was just saying more than one line.
Nah. It ain't even that though, because this is like probably one of the best verses I think he's written, and the part that I like the most, it's like, I'm just brutal. It's no rumor. I'm numero uno. Like that was my shit right there. But when I was looking at it, on the tablet right here, I'm just like, bro, every line is a fucking bar.
Come on, man, that's the goal, bro.
I mean,
what you talking about?
even 50 Cent, bro, like his verse.
It's the GOAT, bro.
Like 50 Cent verse, bro. He said, I ain't going front. I thought R. Kelly was the shit. Let me find out he fucking around with Bow Wow, bitch. Like, that boy D'Angelo determined not to sell. Nigga went butt-ass naked for his record to sell.
That's my bar.
All right. That was Swayze. Trey, what you got, bro? What's your bar?
My bad, fellas.
It's a whole bar for everything. So, let's see. When the gun is untucked, nigga, you die. It's like nunchucks held by the jet li. I'm the one, thus meaning no one must try. No two, no three, no four, no why.
Word for word, bar for bar. Oh.
Is that
Who was that?
Is that Will I Am?
Yeah, for sure. Nigga, that's fuck you talking about?
Shout out. Hey, speaking of, mine was Saha the Prince. So shout out to Saha, the Prince. And Trey, you don't have a bar. Trey, motherfucker, don't have a bar tonight. No.
I do not.
All right, Jadakiss has run out of bars. So
Jay got some bars today.
Hey,
So.
I'll clear my runway. It's gonna be really quick, and good thing there's no rebuttals. But I would like to say that Trey, Red Dot, not
That's
Red,
not my name.
fucking Redhead, Fred, Deadhead,
That's not it either.
had anything to say about women's NCAA basketball at all.
We didn't talk about it.
He ain't had nothing in the group chat. Hold on, bro. Why you rebutting? This is my clear the runway. He ain't had one word to talk about any kind of women's putting a round ball through a hoop. And the tournament's been going on, and he ain't had a fucking word to say. So that's all I want to say. Shout out to women's basketball.
All right, let's go Trey.
Yeah, you just gotta know your audience. That's pretty much it. I mean, I watched the national championship game today.
It sounds like a rebut.
It's my clear the runway, so I can say what the fuck I want to say, right? Anywho, shout out to the UConn Huskies and Paige Beckers for getting the dub today. Anywho, as far as clear the runway, I mean, I feel like we said everything that we need to say.
No, that was your clear the runway. You can't now change it.
Oh man,
you can't change it.
You got it.
Oh, that's a rebuttal. Thank you.
Didn't you have two?
Thank you. Come again.
See, it's just, I mean, that's why I hate when niggas got microphones. They just feel like they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do.
All right, Swayze, what's your clear the runway? You got one?
Shout out to the pilot for, clearing that runway, getting me home safe, I guess. I don't like plane rides, bro.
That's a technical clear the runway.
Fucking hate planes.
Technical. All right, S dot. Fuck it.
Fuck
What
I don't have anything.
All right. So I'll clear the runway. I'll go back on the Kanye thing. It's just, I don't know. Like, he needs to be clear on his message. That's my clear.
You ain't listening.
All right. Well,
I think I said I did not say I'm not listening. I said he needs to be clear with his motherfucking message.
Can y'all hear me?
Nope.
Nah.
Got him.
Come on, finish the fucking
Anyway, that's it for the show tonight. Again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for showing up tonight and giving y'all time to the pod. I hope y'all have blessed weeks. Shout out to everybody that we shouted out tonight again, and no shouts out to the motherfuckers that we didn't. You know what I mean?
You want to run on a list?
Nah.
Whores.
Like, share, comment. Hey, if there's anything that you want,
what was the other one? Who else he shout out?
Listen, if there's anything that any of our listeners, if y'all interested in hearing us talk about, or if you got topics or hear shit throughout the week, shit, man, drop us a comment down and underneath one of our videos. We got clips, 83 kicks for the moment on YouTube, and it is respectfully a pod show on all of your streaming platforms. So again, y'all have a great one, and until next time, we out.
And be cool, because we will fire back.
Facts.
Fuck them.